Okay, let's do a quick review of the Okura Hotel in Tokyo.
My name's Ed. After an alarming visit to the doctor, I decided to take a new path. More travel, more experiences, and share what I learned. Welcome to the Tao of Ed.
Several things made me choose the Okura for my hotel in Tokyo. 1, it was centrally located. 2, it looked like an elegant and quiet hotel. 3, it had what appeared to be a very nice swimming pool. 4, the price seemed more than fair considering all the above. And for the most part, the hotel is all those things. Elegant, understated. The lounge is fantastic with an amazing view and an even better orange juice machine.
Thank you.
The room itself maintains the understated elegance of the hotel. The bathroom is simple and comfortable. The separate wardrobe areas is a nice touch with a built-in safe. The views are impressive. The bed is relatively comfortable. And there's enough room to not feel cramped for space, which in Tokyo is a big bonus. I didn't partake of any of the treats in the room, but as you can see, it's fairly well equipped for afternoon tea. There's no real complaints about the room. It's spacious, it's comfortable, it's elegant. It's quite nice. Alright, so with all these great things to be said about the Okura, what could be wrong, right? Well, ends up one really kind of big issue. And that's the culture of the hotel. And I don't mean Japanese culture, by the way. This is not just a Japanese thing. This is something different that, from what I've seen in Japan, and actually from hanging out with some people who live in Japan, they said it does appear to be a little weird there. And that is this abnormal, I don't want to say adherence to rules, because it's not just the rules. Like, I mean, the rules are weird. Like, I'll give an example. The pool. When you go to the pool, it's a 5-step process. First, you go up to the pool area, and when you get there, you have to check in at the desk, which is fine. That's normal. Show them your key, give them your room number. Then they make you take off your flip-flops or whatever shoes you brought up there, which in my case I was wearing flip-flops to go to the pool, and they give you, I'm assuming they're ladies' shoes, unless, I know the Japanese men have smaller feet maybe, but they're really small. They're impossible for an American guy to wear anyways. And they don't fit your feet, but they insist that you wear these. And then you go to, you're presented to locker number 1, where you will then put your flip-flops in, so that, they're not there, I guess. And then you go to locker number 2, and locker number 2 is where you put your other possessions in, and then you are shown to the shower area where you will shower, which, okay, that's fine, you take a shower before the pool, and then you will put on a hair cap, and then you will report to your lane, and you are given 40 minutes of swim time, and there's a timer there, and the timer starts when you get in the water, and also you're not allowed to stop swimming, which is great for a motivating thing, I guess, but you're not allowed to walk or anything. You have to actually be swimming, or you will be booted out of the pool, I guess. This was a little weird, and I saw someone actually break the rule and get into the same lane as someone else, and wow, the response team was impressive. It was militant. And the guys seem to be checking the water every 10 minutes with the little kit and everything, which I was try not to take it personal, like because I was in it or something. I would not suggest peeing in this pool. They will know. But sure enough, after about 40 minutes, I was told I had to get out. There's no one waiting, but that was the rules. So I went to the hot tub, and I just sat in the hot tub facing they have a beautiful view, by the way. It's a beautiful view from the pool. I grabbed my phone, I checked my email, and this guy was over. I mean, I should say there's always someone, there's actually two people. There's two people at all times by this pool watching you. Like you're in prison and in the prison yard, and these are like the guards. And one of them rushed right over and showed me a sign pointing to him saying no cell phones. And I assured him I was not taking any pictures. God forbid take a picture of the view. I just checked my email, and he, no, can't do that. I just checked my email on my watch because, I'm a rebel. But, yeah, it was kind of an odd experience. And then going from that to the gym, Adel, my friend, came over. He had a different hotel room, but he came over to use my gym, and I just told him that he's, staying in the room with me, whatever. And so, but he just left the gym because he said they just were staring at him. Like they were hovering, like two people just staring at him. And I saw the way they acted when Adel came in. Now, Adel, I don't know if you know this, is Middle Eastern, and so they did appear to be watching him quite steadily. And I don't want to say that they're being racist, but every time he walked in, they literally would walk in front of him and want to know what he's doing, and it kind of bothered me. But in the end, and then I was in front of the lounge, and I went to sit down to message Adel, see if he's coming to the lounge or we're meeting downstairs, and I sat down on this bench in front of the lounge, which is a bench, and as soon as I sat down, someone rushed over and told me I can't sit down on the bench. I have to go inside the lounge. And when I tried to explain to them that I'm waiting for someone, I'm not sure I'm going to go in the lounge yet, they were insistent. They were having I'm not exaggerating. They were having a little bit of a meltdown over me sitting on a bench. And I promise you, this was a bench. I'm not sitting on some random piece of art. I saw someone sitting on it earlier, and it certainly is. I promise you, it's a bench. They were I don't know why they were freaking out, but everything was really weird. They made you feel really even when I went to the lobby, they would jump on you and want to know what you're doing there. I mean, and I did an interview, as you see in one of the past videos. And the lobby, by the way, is huge. You could play a football game in this lobby, and there's no one ever there because I imagine after my experience, everyone's afraid to leave the room. But I did an interview with people, and I'm sitting in the corner with two people with a camera, just like my phone camera basically, and just minding our business. And there was like this guy kept hovering. He would come into my eyes like he was listening in, and it was very odd. And I could tell they did not like the fact that I was doing something in the lobby, which is really weird. Basically, you're not really allowed to leave your room. It's a very weird sense. And by the way, the restaurant downstairs, the lounge is great, and the food in the lounge is fantastic. For some reason, the restaurant downstairs, the food is just like Denny's. It's awful. I only had a couple of bites of something there because, frankly, it wasn't worth the caloric intake. But it was bad. You essentially feel really uncomfortable in the hotel itself. And, being a 5-star hotel is not about fancy linens and a big lobby. It's about making guests feel welcome and giving them a good experience. And I absolutely did not have that at the Okura. Unless you enjoy people being weird to you and watching you and everything, I would not stay at the Okura in Tokyo. There are plenty of good hotels, I'm sure, and that's not one of them. So that's unfortunately my review of the Okura. Beautiful hotel. It's very elegant. The room is nice and roomy, and the Wi-Fi was decent. I mean, there was no real complaints about the hotel itself. Just the service level and the culture of the place seemed uncomfortable and weird. So, all right, so that's my review of the Okura Tokyo.